Welcome to the latest Mango Report. I recently came across the Moonshots podcast, where Peter Diamandis and his colleagues spoke about the abundance theory. The idea struck me as a radical counter-narrative to how we usually frame the future. We live in a world where news cycles thrive on scarcity. Scarcity of jobs, resources, time, and stability. Bad news sells. But abundance theory suggests that technology, especially exponential technologies like artificial intelligence, can flip that script. It dares to imagine a future not defined by limits, but by possibilities. At first, I was skeptical. Here come the usual utopia prophets. History is littered with promises of golden ages that never arrived. Plato's Republic never materialized. Yet the more the idea marinated in my mind, the more I began to see its philosophical weight. Humanity has always been haunted by the fear of not enough food, not enough clean water, not enough opportunity. But AI complicates this narrative, because AI thrives in the realm of information. And information, unlike physical resources, doesn't run out when shared, it multiplies. Think about it, an AI that can diagnose illness in one village could just as easily diagnose illness in 1,000 others at the same time. A breakthrough in language models doesn't only help one student, it has the potential to tutor millions. For the first time in history, we may have a tool that turns knowledge, the most precious resource of all, into something genuinely abundant. This is where the philosophy of abundance becomes powerful. Scarcity thinking has always bred fear, competition, and zero-sum politics. If you gain, I lose. But abundance thinking flips the frame. It invites us to see the world not as a fixed pie, but as one we can expand together. AI, when seen this way, isn't just another disruptive technology. It's a collaborator in reshaping the human condition. It pushes us to ask not who will be left out, but how do we bring more people in? Of course, this optimism isn't blind. History shows us how greed, inequality, and politics often warp technological progress, the usual boogeymen. That caution is real. But what intrigues me about this theory is that it doesn't deny these challenges, it simply insists they are not destiny. The more I reflect on it, the more I realize that abundance theory isn't just about technology, it's about mindset. Pessimism tends to paralyze us, it makes us retreat into defense. But optimism, even if imperfect, mobilizes us. It gives us permission to imagine solutions that don't yet exist. AI embodies this paradox beautifully. Yes, it threatens jobs, shifts power, and raises ethical dilemmas. But it also carries the seeds of unprecedented possibilities: education without barriers, healthcare without privilege, creativity without gatekeepers. To frame AI through abundance is to see it not as the end of something, but the beginning of a deeper human flourishing. Here's where it differs from Plato. His Republic imagined a perfect society built on rigid order and hierarchy, each person locked into their role, harmony achieved through control. Abundance theory, by contrast, imagines possibilities through openness. It doesn't seek perfection, but expansion, a future where adaptability, collaboration, and shared knowledge matter more than fixed roles or idealized order. Where Plato's utopia was static, abundance is dynamic, less about control, more about unleashing human potential. For me, the abundance theory is not a promise of utopia. It's a wager, a philosophical bet that hope generates more possibilities than fear ever could. AI becomes part of that wager, a reminder that intelligence, whether human or artificial, can be harnessed to expand what it means to live well. Yes, we must remain vigilant about ethics, governance, and inequality. But to embrace abundance is to acknowledge that while imperfection is inevitable, stagnation is not. It dares us to move forward, to believe that tomorrow can be richer not in the shallow sense of wealth, but in the deeper sense of opportunity, connection, and human dignity. Conclusion. When I think about abundance theory now, I don't see it as naive optimism. I see it as a necessary perspective for this century. If scarcity has shaped our past, then perhaps abundance can shape our future. AI may be the tool that turns this philosophical stance into lived reality. The question isn't whether the world will be perfect, it won't. The question is whether we choose to face the future with fear, or with the courage to imagine abundance. And I find myself leaning toward the latter. If this got you thinking, hit subscribe. We've got more deep dives on AI and philosophy.